It's Tuesday, February 15th, 2011, and you're watching a This Week in Linux news update. As you may or may not know, in Barcelona, Spain this week, there's an event going on called the Mobile World Congress, and basically this is touted to be the world's largest mobile convention. Just as you would expect from an event like this, sort of like you expect from something like CES, there are going to be a ton of announcements, a ton of new devices revealed, so I thought I would go over with you some of the big announcements that were made in the last 2 days. Later on in the week we'll do another update, and we'll do a news video, and all of that fun stuff in good time. During the keynote speech today, Google CEO Eric Schmidt announced that there were 150,000 applications in the Android marketplace now. That's 3 times as many apps as we had available 9 months ago, and it's grown by over 1/3 since last fall. And as you've probably seen, a lot of the apps are getting better and better in quality too. They're not all just fart apps and soundboard apps. And speaking of apps, I thought I'd show you one that Google put out this week that was a combination work, a collaborative work with a company called Larva Labs. Basically, it's called Androidify, and it's sort of like the South Park Yourself thing, except you take it and you create an avatar of yourself using the Android logo. And you can make him taller and shorter, you can make him fatter and skinnier, different parts of him fatter and skinnier, the head fatter and skinnier. You can also, like you see there, change the clothes, you can change the skin color, you can change all sorts of different parts of him. In addition, you can come down here and just click randomize, and it will randomize every bit of him, just randomly, of course. When you're done with it, you can hit this little button again, and you can hit save, and it will give you a couple of options, actually a bunch of options here in just a second. There we go. You see you can put it on contacts, wallpaper, you can put it on Twitter, you can put it on, a bunch of different places. There's a lot of them there. If you're interested in it, definitely take a look at the app. It's free from the Android marketplace, and it's just a fun little time waster. But speaking of apps on Android, Unigen or Unigen, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, and I'm sure you guys will correct me in the comments below. Anyway, they have created an engine for Linux to do all sorts of 3D gaming and benchmarks and whatever else you want to do with it. This week at Mobile World Congress, they announced that they have ported it to Android. They have a demo that's going to be available. They have a benchmark utility that's going to be available. It all looks extremely cool, and it does definitely set the stage for a lot of new features to come in the next couple of years. So here's hoping that some game studios will pick up this Unigen engine. I'm going to continue to call it Unigen because I like the sound of that. And if they do, hopefully we will see some amazing games coming to Android and then maybe even to Linux. But getting back to Eric Schmidt's keynote address, he made sort of an offhand comment during that a lot of people are going to interpret. I'm going to do so myself here as well. Basically what he said, and this is just paraphrasing, is we have a Gingerbread OS for phones, we have the Honeycomb OS for tablets, and we do have an upcoming OS called something that starts with an I, and it's going to combine these two. Of course, you should know by now the Android codenames do start with a letter of the alphabet. The latest one is Honeycomb. The next one is going to start with the letter I. It has been touted as being called Ice Cream Sandwich. It doesn't really matter what it's going to be called. Hopefully, like we've said here, hopefully that's going to combine the tablet and phone OS and have one seamless experience for everybody. In addition, during the keynote, Eric Schmidt demoed a new product for Android called Movie Studio. This is an app built specifically for Honeycomb, and I'm guessing it's going to be geared toward tablets, again, since it is built for Honeycomb, and it does give you a full production video suite for your tablet. From what I've read about it, it includes transitions, you can slide things around, you can import music tracks to put over your video, basically just a very limited video editor, which is kind of like what you've got on the iOS-based devices. So it is very nice to see this coming to tablet devices, and hopefully eventually we will start to see it on either the Froyo or Gingerbread devices, somehow backported, maybe even on Ice Cream Sandwich. I don't know which one it'll end up on, but I would love to see it on a phone. One thing that was mentioned at MWC by Qualcomm is that they're working on a new generation of Snapdragon processors that should start releasing sometime this year. They're working on a new Snapdragon single core that goes up to 2.5 gigahertz and uses 65% of the existing amount of power of a current Snapdragon processor, but gives up to 150% performance boost over the existing ones. And they say they're working on dual core and, dare I say it, quad core processors for the next 2 years. The dual cores are slated to come out at the end of 2011, the quad cores sometime early in 2012, maybe by March or April. I do have to say, as a person who just signed up for a new smartphone and has 20 or 24 months to wait before getting a new one, hopefully by that time we're going to have some quad core based devices available. Now, I don't really want to go into all of the devices that they unveiled at MWC, but I will talk about a couple of them that really stand out. The first one is the LG Optimus 3D. This is going to be a new phone, and the biggest thing about it, the biggest tagline they've thrown along with it is dual core, dual memory, dual cameras. It has dual channel, so 2 sticks of memory that are running simultaneously, which should improve performance significantly. And it has dual cameras, which gives it the added benefit, if you want to call it a benefit, of being able to capture in 3D. So apparently you can do videos and images in 3D. Now the cool thing about that is a lot of these devices that capture in 3D like that, you have to have special glasses to be able to see it. On the phone, you're not going to have that. It's supposed to be something like the Nintendo 3DS where you don't have to have the 3D glasses to see it. They're also including the dual camera 3D camera thing in the upcoming tablet they've unveiled, but the screen does not support the 3D without glasses thing, so you would have to have the digital 3D glasses to make it work. But basically that's about all I'd like to say about MWC for now. There will be more updates to come in the next couple of days, so I might do another one of these. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be receiving my Nook in the mail, so I'll probably do an unboxing and an initial review of that, since it is a Linux Android-based device. To see links to some description from some of the other devices that have been unveiled at MWC, go ahead and look at the show notes below down in the source code. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.